Right, here we go, guys. I'm here to show you today basically rigs and simple stuff, okay? I've had a few people ask me, you know, basic stuff, what you would call noddy stuff, okay? But if you don't know this stuff, it's not common sense, all right? So I'm trying to explain it and share it the best way I can. And if you've got any comments that actually, you know, are proper comments, what actually I can take on board, don't call me an idiot first or something. I'll take them on board. And like even one guy wrote something what I actually liked, so I liked his comment, even though I know he's a troll. But if you've got something like, you know, actually I'm doing something wrong, I don't mind finding out. You know, like I said, I'm not Fairbrass and I don't work for Corda. I'm an average angler. Well, I'm a little bit above average. But I'm a good little angler, you know, locally, and I catch a lot of fish, as you see on my channel. I catch loads of different types of fish. So I have a good understanding about basically fish basically, and you understand why in a minute when you see my fish tank. Yay, fish tank. But yeah, basically, rigs, simple rigs, don't get lost in them. Tubing, all this kind of stuff. If you know, I say it constantly, but if you go and fish in big waters and you're spotted, you should know all this stuff. If you don't, you shouldn't even be fishing that, right? You got to have all this simple stuff, understanding. So I'm going to explain about why your rigs are pinned down, why I do this, why I do that, and why I do certain things. Oh, some other guys just put, oh, you're a tool. It's the same guy that wrote crap on my last one. It's like, dude, just go away. I don't care. Some of these people, like, I'm not going to go on it. I'm not even going to go on that tantrum because I can't be bothered. I'm not wasting my time with them because most of them are kids anyway, to be fair. Right, so here we go. I've got my rods that I actually fish with, and then I've got my Daiwa stalking rod that I use on little tiny waters and that. But it's a good little rod. But I'm just going to explain how you set up your carp rigs and why you set them up this way and why I do certain things. Okay, why I do them, not why you should, but why I should. Oh my God, look at that! Look, see, I'm doing a bloody video. I forgot to have a shave, and I'm like Homer Simpson. I'm gonna have like 3 strands. I'm gonna be one of those dudes. If you're one of those dudes, shave your head. Okay, my mate told me when I was 22. So mate, you're going bald. You need to shave your head. You look ridiculous. So what I do? Shave my head. All right. Don't be a Wayne Rooney and get returfed. Right. Just be proud. Okay. Shave your head. All right. I look like I'm 50 when I got my hair going. Right. First one. The old little trap. This is one of my favourite rigs. Okay. I've got a little kicker on it. Don't worry about that. Okay. It's just shrink tubing. Fake bitcool. 2 real bits. So what I fished with yesterday. You see, the problem with this rig for beginners, this is it's called was coated braid, but I stripped it all off because I wanted it really supple for tench, is that this can tangle really, really easy. You can easily cast around and it will get wrapped around here, okay? So you have to use a PVA bag with it. With this type of rig, you have to use PVA bag. Otherwise, honestly, this rig will not even cast out. You would just wrap it around the lead all the time and you won't be fishing. You go, I got done by a fish. It's like, no, you didn't get done by a fish, mate. You just cast it out wrong. But fish can do that, don't get me wrong, and I'll explain why now. But look, this is the rig that I used the other day when I caught the koi. See, very simple rig, but you see that? Look, you see? There's loads of this kind of stuff that goes on with your rigs, okay? Look, if I just cast it out in a heap, an absolute heap, that's what it's gonna look like. You see, and the fish will get a lot of movement before, you see? Before it's even touched this. Okay, look, and now I'm gonna show you the oh look, there you go, it's come out the tail rubber now. So look, that could tangle, you see, so I have to push it in the tail rubber. All right, I'm gonna have to put you back on the stand for 2 seconds. Right, so here we go, this is the point of the rig, okay? When the carp grabs hold of it, okay, they can throw the lead. Okay, the reason why I do this is so look, when the carp take it, boom, it comes out of the swivel, and let's see where that's damaged there? I'm gonna cut that off, and I will retie this back on. But I always check when I go out anyway. But yeah, so basically look, the carp takes, look, and the lead stays where it's to. The carp keeps running with the free line. And this is why I do this rig, because the fish try to chuck your lead, and it's basically what happens. You see, it stops them being able to just chuck your rig around, like, because they will. They're absolute nightmares for it. Okay, so don't get lost with that kind of stuff. Right, next thing. Right, so here we go. Here's one of my famous rigs. Kamasan size 10 with 10mm body and a little thing on it. But see, look, The reason why I'm putting this lead shot on is for this reason. Let's get it in the light. It might actually help. Right. See, look. See how that's sat? That's not too bad, is it? Okay. But watch how this is sat. If I take, this is a fish. I've already caught fish on this, but there we go. So take that out of the way, look, and I'll show you what I mean. You drop it there, and it's all, well, that wasn't too bad. Drop it there, boom, there we go. That's a prime example. See, look, it's sticking up. See, look at that. That is shocking. See, and this happens a lot when you cast out. You cast out, it goes boom. Look, hangs horrible. You see, so what I do is, because I've done this a few times, now we got the lead shot on. Look at the difference. See? Hope you can see that. But you see what I mean? Much better presentation just by adding a tiny little lead shot. Okay? Simple little thing makes a big difference, okay? Right, so now I'm going to show you the next part. The next bit. The next bit. Right. This is a helicopter rig. And fluorocarbon. And this is a D-rig. As you can see, made by my master self. Not by the way Fairbrass makes it. I'll show you now. What I do is... it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? Oh, no, there we go. Look, I do a hair, cut off the hair, and I pin it with a bit of tubing, shrink tubing. And I caught my PB on this. And caught 3 fish on a syndicate lake. Well, it wasn't easy. So I know it works. And I've caught loads of fish on it. This is a cheap D-rig. Very simple. And like people always think I just use match hooks, and I don't. It's only on the little waters that I fish, because you're not allowed to use over a size 10. And I'm not allowed to use over a size 10-pound line. So people don't get, I'm not allowed to use boilies. I'm allowed to use 10 millers. So this is what I try to explain to people. In certain club waters, you've got rules, man. But anyway, fluorocarbon. This is a long hook link, longer than I normally use because I was tench fishing. But look, you see, it will stick up and you get weird angles on it. Okay? That's why I always use lead shots on it and PVA bags. Keeps it all pinned down, you see? So yeah, it's a simple helicopter rig. Okay? And now what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to make a rig just to show you how I fish and how simple it is, okay? Shrink tubing, anti-tangle tubing. All right, I gotta get this sorted. There we go. Right, anti-tangle tubing, okay? I would advise a little bit longer than that, okay? Probably, you know, it does help the longer you have. Okay, pin it all down, especially if you've got tungsten stuff, okay? For protection of the fish, but I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. Right. So I'm just gonna, typical. All right, see what I had to do then is actually cut the end of the line, because what had happened, here's the camera, there we go. It actually had a little edge on it, and you wouldn't be able to push it through the tubing. So here we go, right? It's going through the tubing. Right, here we go. Line's ready. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Preston little bat lead. Okay, very simple. Okay, so what I do is I'm just going to drop this on here, like so. See my hand shaking, it's because I'm nervous, so I know my trolls are watching. Right, so there we go. Look, that's the Preston bat lead. Now I'm going to put the line through here. So I'm just going to make this very simple rig. So just thread the line through. Sometimes it might catch. Sometimes bits of dirt get in there. You just got to keep trying to thread it through. There we go. So it's through now. Okay. All right. Next piece of the puzzle. The lead. Okay. Depending how I want to set it up. I'm going to quickly pause it there. Right. So now the tail rubber. I had a few people ask me about this. Tail rubber goes on, tubing backed onto it. Okay. Like this. Okay. Get it on there. This is not the right tail rubber. I've got hundreds of these. So it sticks like that. All right, so now I'm going to push this on. All right. And I'll show you my crack house in a minute. Right, so there we go, look. Keep saying, look, look. Look. Right, get this in the actual light. So there we go. And there's my bat lead. Give me this rod down the way. Okay. So that's how it's sat. Okay, look, pin down. And if you cast really far, that pins it right down. Now I'm going to put on a hook link. All right, this is very simple. I'm not going to show you this too much, but this is how I do it. Done it for years. Never, ever lost a fish like this to a knot. I normally do about 7 or 8 turns. Go straight back through. Grab here. Pull through. Shazam. And give it a little wet. I do not want to kink my line. This is old Daiwa sensor. A little bit stronger than I normally use. I think this is a 12-pound line. All right. So there we go. Very, very simple little rig. Okay. Like I say, if I was going on any commercial, I'd bag up on this. Okay. Literally. And I mean commercials. Okay. And the bat lead's gone right up there. So there we go. So this little Preston bat lead will fly. See, all the way back. And this is the rig. Okay. So straighten it out, put it all pinned. There we go. So this is what we're talking about. All very, very simple. Okay, you don't need fancy rigs. Okay, trust me, you do not. Even though you see me, what I've got them for a reason, right? I've been fishing a while, and there's certain things you need to do in certain waters, okay? And the big carp hangers, I know what I'm on about. But when you're fishing match lakes, okay, fish to 8 to 10 pound, okay, or even 15. This is more than efficient. Look how sharp that little hook is. Okay, look. Oh, my carp. Ah. See what I mean? Stuck. Look, and if I could try and, I'm gonna get the hook out my finger a minute, and I'll try and bolt the lead out. There we go, see? Boosh, work bang on. So look, then the carp runs, look, rig stays there. You see? That's how you want your rig to be going, in my opinion, okay? That's how I always do my rigs. So I'll show you now why. If you don't do that, I'll show you if it doesn't bolt. Okay, what happens is, a carp come in. Dum, 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 dum. Look, I'm just gonna catch that just there on my finger. And look, it's not proper hooked. So look, they do this, they move. Look, see, look, the lead's not coming out. So they move around, and then just chuck the rig. They do that a lot, trust me. You'd be surprised how much they do that. Okay, so you've got to make sure, okay, the rig is sat flat. Okay, get everything pinned down. The more it's pinned down, the better it's gonna be. Okay, sorry about this random, the way I'm doing it, but it's quite hard to even get on camera properly, but you see, it's how I want my rigs. Very simple, okay, anti-tangle tubing. So look, it's not gonna go over here. See, it literally will not tangle on the line. Anti-tangle sleeve, see. But yeah, okay, very simple, okay, but this will catch you a lot of fish on basic waters and everything's safe. So if I hook snap off here, this all comes apart, okay? The fish get left with this, okay? Not a size 6 or a size 4 on its bottom lip with a 3-ounce lead hanging off a lead core. You know, I hate lead core. I had a lot of problems. I've been fishing once and I caught a fish through the swivel, landed it. It's 15-pound common with a bloody massive hook and a size 3-ounce lead hanging off his gob. So yeah, lead core is bad, okay? But there's certain situations you do fish with lead core, but we'll explain that another day. But anyway, okay, this is very simple, okay? And I will catch fish everywhere I go on it. It's very simple rig. It's not a fair brass, you know, oh, I'll chuck this out anywhere. If I chuck this out at linear, I'm gonna be fishing. No, I won't be. I'll be in weed with this, okay? But for basic, commercial, silty bottom, very simple, easy rig. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I've just been rabbiting on about simple rigs, but sometimes people just don't get it. Oh yeah, and that's the last thing. Reason why you don't have your lines tight, okay, to your lead, is that. Look how that is. That's in the air, okay? The fish will come in and hit it, okay? You want the fish to be able to swim over your rig and not have no problems with line, okay? I know people with feeders and that have tight lines, but I'm just explaining it, okay? That's how carp feed. If you've got 3 or 4 carp in a swim and they're moving around, okay, they do not want to be hitting line or hitting anything, okay? You want this all out the way. You do not want them, trust me, they're coming in 3 or 4s, okay? Even 10s, okay? You've got to be careful. They're coming in and they hit something, they're out. 1-1 spooks, they all start spooking. Trust me, I've seen it on loads of behaviour. Right, so there we go. It's a simple explanation. And then I'll show you my crack house. Yeah! Right, here we go. My fish tank. I thought I'd quickly show you this. A couple people ask about my fish tanks, I go on about all the time. But here's my Japanese newt. She sat there, sorry about the sun. I'll get that out of the way now. Pull curtains, good beach. There we go, my little crack house. So, here's my fish. It's cleaning day for them today. It's a little bit greener now compared to what it normally is like, but there we go. Here's my fish. I've got some babies in there as well. That was one what actually survived and lived in a water butt for nearly a year. It's crazy. Right, so there we go. My big tank, this is. My pride and joy when I'm not fishing. This is what I'm doing. Try all my rigs in there, obviously. And then I'll show you my fighting fish. Shazam! Here he is, look, he's coming for a fight. He's coming for a fight. He's coming for a fight. Yeah, he's cool. I do like him. Hey, mate. See, look. Aggressive, aggressive. Have it, have it. What are you doing? What are you doing? He is the man. But yeah, it's cleaning day for them today. There's no fishing, just a little video on simple rigs and my crack house. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, last thing, forgot to say, here's my shagging wagon. This is the Carp Destroyer. This is my beast. I travel everywhere with this thing. And that's how I get fishing. This is why I can never go to any big waters, whatever keeps going on about. I ride everywhere. Any little lakes where I fish. Got to keep it light, obviously, when I'm pushing my bike. That's why I can't take my cradle. Like I have one, just you see. So this is what I say to people, you know, I'm riding everywhere and video recording it. It's not easy. Right, anyway, guys, thanks very much. Like and subscribe to my channel, Fighting Fisherman, on Instagram #9. Fighting Fisherman #9. Right, anyway, thanks very much, guys. Ciao for now.